Welcome back to 30 in 30, where I'm answering 30 of your real estate questions in 30 days. And today is number 11. I'm super excited. So, yesterday I had this question from a seller who asked me, okay, what if we go under contract and the house does not appraise? And that's a very good question. There's a number of ways that we could address it. The first one is in negotiations initially, asking the buyer if they would be willing to pay over the appraised value if it didn't appraise, meaning they would come up with cash out of pocket to bridge that gap. And there's a good amount of times, especially in this market, a buyer's willing to do that, especially if they're in a multiple offer situation. That is something that a lot of times they would do. Or we can wait until the appraisal actually happens, and if it comes in low, we can then say that the seller wanted the buyer to come up over asking and bridge that gap. Or the seller can come down, or you can meet in the middle. It's all negotiable at that point. But the bottom line is, if the house does not appraise for the purchase price, the seller does not have to move forward and can be let out of the contract. And the earnest money would be returned to them. That is provided it's not written in the contract that the property must appraise for the purchase price. Sometimes buyer's agents write that in, and if that's the case, then the seller does need to sell for the appraised value. Also, if the appraisal is FHA, that appraisal sticks with the property for 60 days. So if for some reason the seller does put the house back on the market and doesn't want to sell to that buyer, they cannot accept any other FHA buyers until after 60 days because that appraisal stays with the property. Now, if it's conventional, that appraisal does not stay with the property. So then, you can try again, and sometimes another appraiser will come up with the value, especially if the value's there. When it comes down to it, appraisals are subjective, and you can have 5 different appraisers come up with 5 different values, and it's frustrating, but it's true. That's where we are. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comments below. Send me a message. I'm happy to address them over the next few weeks. All right, have a good rest of the day.